Hey guys, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to episode 71 of the Boonie Breakdown podcast. The podcast where we sometimes cry, we always laugh, we might get a bit ratchet, but we're forever gonna break it down. All right, guys, it is just a solo episode. You just have me, Boonie, some quality time. We have not done this since like early in season 4. So I figure it's time to do another solo episode. I have a lot of new listeners, so this will be a great time to introduce myself to our new listeners. And possibly, maybe, if it's interesting enough, I'll see a little story time with Boonie. But let's just get right into it. My pick of the week this week, I finally got a chance to see Hamilton. Yes, a girl went to see Hamilton. I saw it at the Kennedy Center in DC, and it is very rare these days that something lives up to the fucking hype, and Hamilton lived up to every ounce, every review, every whatever you've heard about this show. It lived up to it and more. I really was just blown away by how well the show was done, and especially for it being history. I'm not a big history buff, and I learned a lot about Alexander Hamilton. But it was so cool to have it done to raps and songs, and it was truly a musical. Like, it was very little just dialogue. It was all songs. It was great. I think the first act had like 17 songs. The second act had like 15 or 16 songs. But it was incredible. So much so that I had been listening to the soundtrack on Spotify for like the days after the show, because I had to. Like, I couldn't stop singing the songs. It was really great. And I love that these founding farmers, shout out to the restaurant because I went there last night for dinner, the founding fathers, to see them represented by Black people in this show, and they're singing and rapping. It was really, really cool. So shout out to Lin-Manuel Miranda for just having the creative genius to just put this together somehow, because I don't even know how did you do this, right? Like, it really is incredible. So if you have a couple $100 and good energy, good luck to secure some tickets, try to fucking secure some tickets and go in your city. It really is great. I think it's in DC for like a couple more weeks before it leaves the Kennedy Center. But go and see Hamilton. So let's move right into these housekeeping. So episode 70 with the Black Naturist Association. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed that episode. I enjoyed it as well. I learned a lot about nudist, naturist. What's the difference? I will say I was shocked to see that there are a lot of you who are interested in joining such an organization. So again, if you have not listened to episode 70, go back and listen to it. All of the feedback on it was really, really good. Someone even said that the episode was innovative and different, and that they admired the Black naturists, but the most that they were willing to do for themselves would just be go to a Korean spa and get naked. Okay. That's living dangerous for them. And if you haven't been to a Korean spa, like, ooh, that's an experience in itself too. But I really enjoyed the feedback and all of the things that you guys said about episode 70. Keep sharing it, because this one got shared a lot. I think it was just such a different topic that there's such one of those things that's kind of taboo. You don't hear about accepting nudity too much in the Black culture, and so it was great to hear about that. Again, you can follow them. They're tagged on all of the posts that I posted on all the social medias. So feel free to check them out if that is your thing. Okay. Also, just want to say again on the Boonie Breakdown merch, thank you guys for all purchasing and sharing. Just want to let you know now the tanks and tote bags are on sale, especially the tank tops. As we move out of summer, right? I don't want to be selling these much longer. So There are some sizes in the tank tops and certain ones that are sold out. The tank tops are available in the Ratchet and Me, Honors the Ratchet and You, the Responsible and Ratchet, and a Hold My Stay tank. So go grab those tote bags. It's the whole bag, and the Responsible Me honors the Responsible Me. The Ratchet and Me honors the Ratchet and You. So those available. Also, the black V-neck, the Ratchet and Me shirt is available for pre-order. I did get a few, but like I said, I needed 12 in order to make that work. So go check that out if you want a V-neck. Also, I have not begged for reviews in a while. So if you would like to review the Boonie Breakdown podcast, you love it, you listen to it, you subscribe. If you listen in Apple Podcasts, you will need to go search the Boonie Breakdown like you're trying to add a new podcast. And then you will need to scroll down. You'll see ratings and reviews. You should be able to tap those 5 stars, hit write a review, and go from there. Just make sure you have the nickname set up. If you do not have your nickname set up, it will not allow you to post a review. Also, you can leave reviews on our Facebook page if you don't listen there, and a few other of the podcast apps allows for reviews. So do that for me. Love you long time. And across social media world, be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The Boonie Breakdown. Follow us on Twitter, Boonie Breakdown. And when sharing the episode on Twitter, Instagram, use the hashtag The Boonie Breakdown, hashtag PODIN, PODIN. Just a reminder, if those pages are locked, I cannot see what you're sharing. So, but I do still appreciate you sharing it with your audience. But that is why I have not commented back, is because I just can't see it. Okay. So that's it for me, guys. So let's get ready to break it down. So we are at the halfway point of season 4. Yes, we're halfway through season 4 of the Boonie Breakdown podcast. This season's going by really, really quick, I think. We only have about 7 episodes left in this season. We have a few more interviews that I've already recorded. We will also have another episode with Brian, KG, and Sheikah and Chrissy to round us out for season 4. So I am excited about what's coming later in the season. But I want to say August 2018 was the best month ever in terms of downloads for the Boonie Breakdown podcast. So I want to thank each and every one of you for listening, for sharing, for telling a friend, for putting it in your Instagram stories, for tweeting me, for DMing me, for texting me with any type of feedback, whether you loved it, you hated it. I actually kind of laugh because one listener always is like, well, I only listen to the Ratchet episodes, and that's fine because you listen, right? And everyone has their taste. They have what they like. But here on the Boonie Breakdown, yes, I love to get ratchet. But I do like doing a hodgepodge of all different types of topics because that's just who I am now, too. And if I always only did ratchet episodes, I would be bored as fuck. And I probably would have stopped the podcast a long time ago. So even though it's great, it's fun. I love just being ridiculous, mostly with Brian and or Chrissy and Sheikah. But, having those different topics and those different guests in there keep me interested in doing the podcast, too. So that is why we do, sometimes you'll laugh, sometimes you'll cry, sometimes we're going to get ratchet, but it's always going to get broke the fuck down. And that's just what it is. So, yes, thank you. And I also want to say thank you and welcome to our new listeners. With the growth of the podcast in August, I acquired a lot of new listeners. So again, I want to shout out the people listening internationally because I know that I sometimes get caught in the bubble of just Baltimore and I don't even think about the other cities domestically that are listening. So for me to wrap my mind around that there are people international who are, living overseas who listen to the podcast, I think it's amazing and it's just dope to me. So welcome to everyone up in Canada who listens. Peru, I see you. I don't even know what's happening down there, but shout out to people in Peru. Shout out to people in Switzerland. I'm sure those are the people who listened to Petra's episode, who was the stunt woman in Hollywood. So if you're sticking around still listening, hey. And shout out to the people in UK. I see y'all listening too. And Nigeria, that's so fucking bomb to me. So yeah, we international around this motherfucker. But I try not to go like too hard into the stats because you get caught up chasing this numbers game. And even with social media, it's like everything comes down to a numbers game. But I do think it is amazing that the growth of the podcast, to see that, we've are not just in the States anymore. And it's amazing to hear that the word is spreading in other countries. So welcome, you guys. All right. Also, big news. If you missed the first live show, which we did back in June in Baltimore, I am doing another one. Okay. We're doing it Friday, November 2nd. Tickets, I was waiting till after back to school, after Labor Day. So tickets are live. You can get those in the show notes. Okay. Remember, the last show sold out a month before the show. So we're at the 2-month mark. It's in 60 days. I do have a bigger space. So we should be able to fit a few more people in there. But don't waste your time this time. Don't drag your feet. Grab those tickets as soon as they drop. Get them now. Tell your friends. Make a girl night of it. Make a guy's night. And I'm going to tell this. I'm going to make a goal for my single women who came to the last live show. I am going to try to have a little bit more single available men there. I have cast Brian in charge of that as well, because he always has a sausage fest at his birthday parties. So we're going to try to get him to get us some available men at the live show as well. So again, get those tickets. I'm excited. The only thing I'm going to tell you guys, the theme for this live show is the Responsible and Ratchet edition. Okay, that's it. Tickets, buy them. See you there. We're going to have a lot of fun, just like we did at the first live show. Story time. I was talking with the homies about something, and we were talking about, is a lingerie a necessity for sexy time, or is it just, something cute to have every now and then? And I had confessed that, I'd never really had lingerie, right? That I would maybe wear a sexy panty, bra, but that was it. Nothing, nothing like those lacy get-ups, a little La Perla, and also my ass ain't fitting in that cute little La Perla shit, whatever. But I've noticed that more and more and more of the plus size brands are making lingerie. And so we're talking about this with my friends, and some of them were like, oh, it makes me feel sexy. I wear lingerie for myself, not for anyone else. A few of them honestly admitted that, and maybe subconsciously me too, because I haven't brought anything from Rihanna Savage line. Gasp, I know. But one of them said, now that Rihanna did that line, they brought a few things from there, and that was cool, but I still have not. And so I was like, you know what? Let me try to be cute out here. Let me order a little something to do something a little spicy with Bae, and we'll go from there. So I wanted to find a piece that kind of showcased my personality, but was also sexy and feminine. And you guys know me, I could live in t-shirts, jeans, and flip-flops for the rest of my life if I honestly could. But I was like, let's do something cute, a lacy number that's still kind of racy, but not like, we just got married yesterday and I'm a bride kind of shit. Like, I wanted some nasty shit, but like sophisticated, right? Does that even go together? Like, I wanted to, like, could you go in a lingerie shop and like, I want something that is sophisticated but nasty as fuck. Like, that's the two things I was going for. It was really cute, sophisticated, but just nasty, right? And I order it. I'm like, oh, I know how I'm gonna do this. Like, I know how I'm gonna wear it, how I'm gonna show Bae. Then we gonna fuck like just nasty, and it's gonna be great, right? So the shit comes in the mail, and I'm trying to like style it, right? And I put it on. I'm like, oh, this looks good. Like, it looks like what I ordered. I was like, all right, let me just try this on, feel it out. Let's get this shit popping, whatever. So I'm trying it on, and a lot of these lingerie pieces have like the snap crotches, like you snap in the crotch to close it. And so I'm trying it on. I'm like, oh, all right, it fits. This looks good. It felt comfortable enough that I could like wear it under something and then be like, surprise, motherfucker. Like, once the clothes come off. So I'm sitting here. I'm like, all right, let's try this shit on. So as I'm trying it on, I'm going, get it on. I'm like, ooh, all right, I got the nice amount of titty in it. I don't know how people with bigger, my bigger girls with bigger titties, how that would work. But I'm like, I got just amount of titty for this little cup and string and shit. And I put my leg up to go clasp the clasp in the, the crotch area closed. So I close it. And as soon as I bend up straight, that shit rolls up like some fucking blinds, like. So I'm like, shit. So I bent over again. I close the claps again. I stand up, just like them blinds. It rolled right the fuck up. So I was like, ain't this some bullshit? Like, I have too much ass for the fucking lingerie. Like, I could only wear it. Like, I would have to like put it on, like have bay, like no bay is coming over, and I'd be posted up in the bed because I could not sit up straight. Cause all this ass was not holding them clips. It would just roll like fucking blinds right on up that ass. Okay. So needless to say, my lingerie experiment went awry there, and I didn't order multiple pieces, which now I'm kicking myself like, well, that was dumb. You should have purchased multiple things so you have multiple things to try. But I am not going to give up. I'm going to try again. I found some really cute pieces too. So big girls, plus size girls, where are your favorite places to shop for lingerie? And I think if you follow on Instagram, I think for Tuesday, that Talk to Boonie Tuesday, those questions will be all focused around lingerie, because I'm curious, like, do guys really like the visual enough that it's worth having a nice little lingerie drawer? Because let me tell you who the fuck on TV. Molly on Insecure has a lingerie drawer that put me to shame. Like, I'm like, should I own these things? Like, am I slipping? Am I the only person who doesn't have a fucking drawer full of lacy teddies and negligees and shit? Because otherwise I'm out here losing like a motherfucker. But I am curious to know. So that'll be Boonie's Talk to Boonie topic on Tuesday, because we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have like a little lingerie party, and I'm just curious to know what the fellas think and to know what some of my other ladies think out there. But I'm gonna try it again. I ordered a few more things that could work, so I'll let you know. But bitch, when I tell y'all that this lingerie rolled up on me, on all this ass, on all this body like some blinds. And I'm just so happy that I wasn't trying to be cute and trying this on in front of Bay, because he would have got a laugh, I would have got a laugh, and sexy time would have been funny time. Don't you guys love that I am this comfortable with you as my audience, that I feel comfortable sharing stories such as this? I think this might beat the hole in the dress from what was that? This from Storytime with Boonie. So that was like episode 65. I think this story beats that story, even though I was able to do it in the privacy of my own home. So that is it for Storytime with Boonie. And just the moral of that story is, maybe Boonie, you just need to try fucking crotchless lingerie. Oh my God, so funny. But that is it for me. Yes, it is a super short episode today. I hope that you all enjoyed your long weekend, your Labor Day weekend, the unofficial end of summer. That is why this episode is short, because I wanted to keep enjoying my long weekend. All right. Also, if you're going back to school, I hope you guys have a great school year, a great semester. The teachers out there kick ass as you're teaching all those badass children out there. God bless you, because I know it could not be me. So again, guys, that is it for this episode. If you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Google Podcasts, or any app that you listen to your favorites on. Don't forget to leave that review too. Click those 5 stars. I need it. You just might hear your review on the next episode. Follow us on social media. Share the episode with those you love, those you don't love, those you fucking hate. I don't make those pretty images for nothing, okay? Have a dope ass week. I hope you had a great weekend. Again, have an amazing school year. And thank you for listening. And remember, the ratchet in me always honors the ratchet in you. All right. Until next time.